We're doing a live. I've decided to go live today, right where we're at. And then what I'll do this evening is record the devotions. I've gotten to the point where whatever I do with the Bible verses, um, those will all be good. At least I can do them. I didn't get them all done last night, but that's okay. So, need to do a new playlist for these, right? So we are almost done with with the Lighthouse blanket, and I kind of get into a position where I kind of sit there and I go, guess what? I have this, like, I have to finish. It's like when I get this close, I'm like, I have to get this done, and I have a real hard time focusing on anything else till it gets done because I'm so close. Because after this, I want to move on to our own patterns. I trying to figure out how to get this printed so I can put it up on the store. The can't think what it's called now. The merch store, so you guys can have the pattern. Trying to figure all that out, but I want to start really focusing on our patterns. And I said when I started this channel, I never show anybody how to crochet. But I really want to show people how to do this specific blanket, because when you get started with these blankets, you're going to get addicted. Just a pre warning. And they really come on quick. I mean, this took a little longer because I wasn't like totally focused, but I've done these kind of blankets in like a month. So they come up really easy, really simple. I want to show people how to actually put them on, be able to do them and show them, and why that did that, and so forth. So anyway, I'm here. I've got to get this done. I can't. Like I said, I literally am on the last little bit. You can see it. I'm on the last little bit. I'm so close, and I'm like, I want to get this done. Doesn't mean that I'm going to do the border while I'm on, but I figure I'm like focused on getting it done because then I can move on. And I did set a little bit of just, I've never done it before, but you know what? There's a first time for everything. So I was setting up, I'm like, let me just see. So I did set up a little goal for, like a super chat goal, just because, again, I've never done it. Where Mama's probably about, oh, something like $10 away from getting her check in the month of, her reaching her threshold to receive payment. So I thought, I'll just set it up. We'll try it. I've never done it before. If anybody does in this stream do a super chat and we reach our goal, I think I set it for like $2 and above. And if anybody does, then uh, in the comments, please let me know you did. Just make a comment on this video and so forth. Let me know, hey, did that. And of course, I can go back in the back office and we'll give you an extra shout out. So, uh, not a have to. Thank you, Carol. Not a have to. It's just something I thought, well, I've never done it before. So let's try, right? Let's give it a whirl. And it's not time to do, that's next week. We'll do our things, our gifted memberships. So I am making the lighthouse blanket. You can see it. Now see, this is the little light part of it, the top of the blanket. It's so big. I can't I get them big and then it's forget it. This is the channel we are doing this for. This is they give what is it? They give uh cruises for people like veterans and so forth that could not afford to do it, and first responders and so forth, and people that get nominated to go on cruises. And so this is who we're doing this blanket for. We've been working on it. This is the same blanket we worked on outside um, when the fall leaves were happening. It has grown. Y'all can see it's grown. I will take a picture when it's grown or when it is. But so I finally finished after having to tear it out. Believe me, I wasn't a happy camper. This part. So now I'm working on the last like little bit. I think there's like how many rows? I have to see. I think I only have like one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I think it's like 9 rows left. And then I'm done except for the border. Yay! And then I can get moving on my first official pattern. Me too. My husband and I both love lighthouses. This is the second time I've done this blanket. The one I did for my husband, I will never reproduce for anybody else because that is his. And that was a special one, and that took a lot of work. But I really am passionate about showing people how to do it, how to do these blankets and making them. They come up so quick, so easy, so personalized. And so I've made my first official pattern. Um, and I want to get busy on those. I want to do an Elvis one. Um, so there's ones I want to do, and I want to do for our own pattern and put them up for people. So I'm like, I really want to get this done. And like I said, when I get this close to getting done, it's like everything else just kind of takes a back seat. I am going to this evening really work on getting this stuff uploaded to Streamlabs, yeah, Streamlabs, so I can record both B, C, and D of the devotions. I may not get them up. It may take me like the next 2 days to get caught up. But it is what it is. I decided last night, I said, you know what? I'm going to do the best I can. I'm not going to fret. There's a lot of content on this channel. I try to stay up to date, but we've had some setbacks. We had the computer going down, we've had Mama's computer going down, and just the busyness of Thanksgiving and the holidays and some other things going behind the scenes, guys. And so trying to kind of get caught up. And then I was so sore after I got back from our trip. And then I kind of slipped on we had snow, which is melting, but we're getting more. Don't It's just the beginning. I had a dream last night that the snow came and then it went and we didn't get any other snow. Um, I also have the frost guards that I took a picture, I had video of that I'm gonna do a little short on. Those things are so great, but we did an example showing, Josh walks mainly with a walker, and it shows how easy it was for him to get the snow off this last time we had snow. But I found a little patch of ice and I did a little slippy slip, and my back's like, oh no, we don't like that. No worries. Yep. Well, it's not that. We've just Mom usually helps with shout outs, and then I need to do more shout outs and need to get back on track with that. And so it happens, you know. My son-in-law is trying to work on her computer. He's had a lot going on. Because once she gets her computer up and running, she'll be more help again. And she can help with stuff. She does a lot in the back scenes, but I was thankful we had the Chromebook because that's all we had. But, you know, sometimes it can be a little slow. But anyway, I thought I got to get this done. And I thought, well, I got to get this done. So, well, yeah, I got to get this done. I'm learning stuff. Didn't know that was there. Helps, doesn't it? I got to get this done. So I thought, well, why don't I do my live now? And you guys can just come on in, get people that normally may not see us. We are 25 away. Oh, Jake, thank you so much. Thank you for being a member. We appreciate it. We're 25 away. and you're going to get a shout out next week, and I really appreciate it. Um, we're like 25 away from 2K. We are so close. Like, we can do this, guys. We can do this. So, and then next year, I've decided I don't care whether it's if I go live, like if I do something where I'm crocheting or something like that, or having like a guest on or something or what have you, we won't do it. But except for Sunday, I'm going to come live, even if it's for just 20 minutes. And that's awesome. Congratulations, Jake. Thank you. You know, congratulations. I'm just trying to get over that 2K hump. I know it's right around the corner. It's like, please, it just anybody that can help us get there, share us out, let people know we're trying to get to that goal. I haven't really been in a lot of chats lately. Just a lot going on. I feel better today. I'm not as tired as I was. I think I needed a couple days. Thank you, Jake, to recover from the trip. But I'm gonna get the recipe that I was talking about. And the thing that my husband's aunt did is not I either have to figure out how to do it in a way that's doesn't, but he said um it didn't taste right. So I won't be able to do that unless I can figure out another way to do it. I know I know you've been busy with other stuff. Yeah. Well, I think, Gail from Southern Living was talking about um she was talking about the views on her channel are down, and I'm thinking I know that recently YouTube has changed how they're setting things up and their view, and I think it's affecting channels like, you know the smaller channels. And I just sit there and I think to myself, I hope no matter how big we get, that I'm never ever to the point where I'm like, okay, if I see a little channel struggling to get it, I'm going to get to whatever it may be. I want to be there to help lift them up, because it's all that we've been doing this entire time. We're lifting people up, we're doing connect and grows, we're sharing. I'm not a channel that is going to be out showing you how to fix this or fix that or so forth. I can't do that because of my disabilities. But I can do this. I can turn on the ability for you guys to come in, do the hashtag blessed, meet other people. I can do that. And I feel like I'm doing something, living with chronic pain and feeling like you're not able to do anything. I feel like I'm helping, at least I hope I am, helping somebody else to maybe meet their goals and make connections. I have made so many amazing connections. It's just awesome. I just am so grateful for it. And I feel like I'm helping mama, and I don't know what that does. I don't know. I have no idea what it does. So it'd be interesting to see. I think that's what I'm going to start doing. I don't know what it does. Be interested to see. Oops. I watched some Christmas movies today. I'm having to be very careful of myself that I'm not going to get into a funk that I don't need to be in. I can see myself doing that. I don't want to do that. I know I'm live. Is it? Hopefully I'm live, right? But I think I'm going to talk about that because I'm in a it's a very different year this year, and next year is going to be different. So in a good way. I just think for myself. Let's go. I think for myself this year, my channel was. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad you were able to recover it quickly. Um, I finally clicked the diamond, or not the diamonds, the dots yesterday and said, you know what? I'm gonna go through a tough year this year. Patty's really on my mind. A lot. So this is gonna be a tough year. I was talking last night, I'm like, I don't even want to put up the tree. Well, that's why I'm going live, guys, because I'm thinking if I'm struggling, there's other people that are having a difficult time. The holidays are wonderful, but they can also be a really difficult time for people. And we it's why it's so important, but starting next year, I don't care if I got to sit in this bed if that's what I'm having as a tough day, but we're just going to do like a mental health check-in every day. Maybe it's for 20 minutes or half an hour every day. Now, if I go live, except for Sunday, if I go live, sometime else, and it's going to be, I think we're going to try to make it a set time, like 9 o'clock at night or something. I'm going to start making it a set time, and it's going to be every day. And it may be that we do 2 lives a day, but we're just going to come in for a half an hour and say, okay, guys, how you doing? Let's connect with somebody today. How did your day go? Do you need some encouragement? Were you struggling with anything? And I think I'm going to set it for like 9 o'clock every day except for Sunday. That's the only day I won't do it. But I'm so close to getting this blanket done. And then I will take a picture of it. And I got to put the booties up. It just feels like I think sometimes when you feel overwhelmed, it's kind of like you just okay, I don't want to do anything. Right. And I'm going to start back um, with blessings through the connection. Now the computer is up and running, but I have to reload everything in Streamlabs. It's one thing I like about StreamYard. Well, we love you too, Jake. Yeah. Well, thank you, Carol. I just thought, well, it'll be easier for me to do this now, get the blanket done. I mean, it's you can see that's the problem with like okay. I don't have to worry about my cord. My phone dying. They get big and they get unruly. Thank you. That's what my husband says. He said, you just go so quick. And I'm like, well, when I first started, it was so slow. And now it's kind of like, I don't know what temperature. The snow that we had is melting outside. It's melting. So it's melting. It's melting. It's melting. I want to get to my own patterns now that I know how to set them up. I'm going to have to get the devotions recorded. We are doing the devotions for Advent, and they are the alphabet. What I'm really liking is that each one of them comes with a song, like a musical bonus. And I'm learning so much about each, just a little bit, not a lot, but just a little bit about each one of the hymns. About, like I didn't know O come, Ollie, or Emmanuel. That was actually the melody came from a funeral procession hymn, which I didn't realize. And so I was like, okay, so I'm learning a little bit about each hymn, and I'm trying to put the one that the hymn is the musical one in the back of the book with the short of the Bible verse. I don't always do it like the one last night. It's a great version of, I forgot what song it was. Can't remember what song it was. Honestly, I can't. Um, but I I thought it I you couldn't really tell that it was the song. So I'm like the little clip, and I thought, well, let me use a different version. So I used a different version. But I'm trying to use the same version. It's in the back of the book that they're giving as the musical song as the one I'm using in the short. But I thought it was really cool. And I have we had our Frosty, our snowman mascot, and I don't know what I did with it. So I'll have to figure something out. I don't want to get out of bed either. I'm just kind of like, yeah, it's each day is the alphabet. Like A was angels, B is Bethlehem, C is circumcised, D is dwell, I think. So each letter, each day of the Advent in this devotional is a word behind it. It's an alphabet. But I have to get caught up. My intentions were last year to have them all recorded before this time came around. Do you think I'm no? Of course, I didn't realize what was coming down the pike. So it's okay. We do what we have to do. We do what we can do. Gee, it's getting the border on. It's getting the top part on. But when I first started to crochet, it was literally like this. And now it's like, I don't even have to think about it. I get in a rhythm and it's like, but I want to show everybody how to do these blankets. And I'm really loving, I will show everybody the pattern, and I got it from another channel, but I'm really loving, also like to do corner to corner um, bobble stitches and or corner to corner blankets. And I found a corner to corner pattern for a blanket bobble stitch, and I love the way it looks. Oh, it's like so cool. So I'm like, that's my new favorite corner to corner is using the bobble stitches. I love bobble stitches. People say they're hard on the hands, but I haven't experienced that. But I like the bobble stitches because they're faster. I think the popcorn stitches, you literally have to take, like, I haven't, I don't know why it wants to do that. It just stops. I don't know why it does. I only figured out how to do it. But the popcorn stitch, you have to like take the yarn off the something. It's a weird thing. But the bobble stitches, at least the yarn stays on there. Hi, Rudy. Yeah, Christina's not here. She's at work. Actually, she should be done with work now. She's probably home. She's doing good. She is much more of a YouTube or Instagram and TikTok and stuff. And I'm going to be starting to do some relaxing stream now that I got the computer back on her Instagram, on her YouTube, so we can get her over 500. So, and she said, say thank you for doing that birthday thing you did for her, Rudy. She She said, I need to go make a comment on that video, Mom, for it. And I said, yes, you do. She's just had a lot going on the past little bit since her birthday. Oh. I want to do a bobble stitch, and it's not time for a bobble stitch yet. I need to do some Christmas songs for through Suni. Sony. Suno. I'll get them right. Hi, Taz. How you doing? You can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you want people to connect with your channel. And I did put a goal up. I did put a goal up, and I don't know how anybody sees it. I had never done a goal where you did a goal like within 30 minutes to do a certain amount of super chats. I thought, well, I'd never done that before, so let's give that a whirl. Trying to figure out how to do this, but decorating for Christmas, it's wonderful. What? I did set it up so that if anybody does, we'll give an extra shout out. Yeah, if we're doing this blanket for this channel, we're doing it in my dad's memory. So this is the blanket that we're doing. They give cruises for those that you have to be nominated for a cruise, but they're doing cruises for people that are veterans or disabled individuals. And so forth. So We're trying to, I don't know if they're at 500 yet, but so we're doing this because they were supposed to have an auction last month. And when I told them I was doing this blanket, I said, it may not be done in time for your auction. So I said, but you can always auction it off. Because my dad had dementia and he could not, he would have loved to go on a cruise, but after he retired, but unfortunately he couldn't. So we are, hi Shatikwa, how are you? Yep, we are so close to getting done with the Lighthouse blanket. I thought, let's just do our live. Maybe we'll catch some people that haven't seen us for a while. Make sure you're all still connected with us. I thought for sure it told like the goal or something like that, but I did do a super chat goal just to see if we would reach it. I don't know if it shows anything on your end. It doesn't show anything on my end. I don't know how that it does, but I thought, well, we'll see what happens. I've never used that feature before, but there's always something new, right? I think she's like $15 away from getting the $100 goal met for the month for her to get. You know, you have to reach that $100 limit every month, and I think she's only 15 away from getting it. Thank you. But I want to get this done. I would have been done already, but I ended up messing up. I was telling everybody where I messed up. I'll show everybody. I fixed the problem, but it's not happy. Back here, you can see these like little bumps back here. I was trying to explain to everybody where I messed up, and I had to tear out like quite a few rows back. Um, like I had done 2 rows and I had done them like both the same. And see how the bumps are alternated? They're alternated on that side. And I literally done like a row, like this row that's here, right? I had done the row above it with actually the same, like these were on top of it, and they're supposed to alternate all the way up. And it was enough where I was like, I don't want to have to tear it out, but I knew that I had to because it wouldn't have looked right. I thought, well, I need to record, but I will come live now for a while, let you guys just connect with each other in the chat. Finish this up because when I get to this point, it's like, nope, me is one to get it done. I need to do some Christmas songs through Suno. And I originally, when we were in Indiana, the yarn was 30% off, so I went and got. I knew I was going to need one more skein of it, and I got this color of this one. Pick that up. That's all I'm going to need. No, I needed 2 more. My mom actually had to go pick up another skein in order to finish. And I thought, and then there's the sun. The sun's over here someplace. See the sun. If I had been able to, I would have done the sun in yellow too, but that would have been really tricky. Like I would have been probably of tearing my hair out to be able to actually do that, just because you would have needed, I thought about it, but you would have literally needed, like, in order to do that, you could have, but in order to do the sun, you would have needed yellow here, then then another, it would have been crazy what you would have needed. You would need yellow here, yellow in here, which wouldn't have been bad. But the what I would have had to do to make that happen, phew, it had been possible. I could have done it, but it would have been a lot of work to make it happen. And I just was like, no, I have no desire to do that much. I mean, it would have been possible, but it wouldn't have been easy, that's for sure. Yeah, you could have managed it, but you would have needed several sections of yarn to do it, and it would have been nice, but it wouldn't have been easy. And I thought it would take away from the light, because see, the light I did in yellow. The light I made in yellow, because it just was fitting for that to be in yellow, but I thought I can do the sun in yellow, but it's really going to be difficult to make it happen. Doesn't mean it's not possible. So hopefully everybody's staying warm. Need to put more gifts up on the community tab. Ideas. I got to get busy on Christina's calendar. So I thought, well, I got stuff I've got to sit at the computer for. Yesterday would not have worked. That little patch of ice I found. Whew. I think that nap yesterday really helped. Excuse me. Two, three. Let's think of while I'm doing this, because you all know I'm a music girl, right? Let's see. Let's type in some Christmas ideas in Suno. All right, we'll see what songs we can come up with Suno, right? Let's see. Crate. Let's create some while we're doing this, right? Great. Custom. Let's do, y'all know I love my snowman, right? So we'll do snowman. Snow. Not show, Mary. Snow. Christmas. Um, and let's do country. Let's put a guitar in there. Beat. Let's see what it comes up with, right? Let's do generate lyrics. Let's see what Suno comes up with. Generate lyrics. Let's see. Let me check them out before let's see what kind of, let's see. Song details. See what the lyrics are. Oh, nuts. It just gave me Christmas. Didn't do anything. Well, it just literally did snow, whatever it was. It didn't do anything else. Oh, nuts. There's a place where it says styles. Let's say doing that. There's a place where it shows it though. Write a full song. That's what it. That's what I missed. It's writing it. Let's see what it comes up with. Frosty Dreams or Frosty Hearts. I think I like the Frosty Dreams better. Let's do this one. Talks about, well, let's do that versus the one I did before. It didn't turn out so well, did it? All right, you were listening to it. We'll see what version we like better, y'all. You know I'm a musical girl. Like my music. Hold on a second. I gotta mute myself. Okay, let's go back here. Let's see what came up with. We used snowman, Christmas, and snow, and this is what Suno came up with it. Still looking. Called Frosty Dreams. That's why I picked it. I like it. Anybody has any ones they want to give us, put it in the chat and I'll make a song out of it. Oh, I like that song. I like it. I'm going to put this up on the channels. Hi, Wendy. I know. 25 away. We're making some music from Suno. Well, we're finishing this blanket. We're so close to finishing this blanket. Don't worry, I have another blanket in the works. I like this song. I can crochet faster, believe it or not, when music is going on. Like Christina's calendar that I have to do, if I can sit and have music playing, I get it. I just start hydro focusing on it. When there's music going, this girl gets busy. Well, thank you. We're trying to get there. So that was version 1. I really like that song. Called Frosty Dreams. And I just entered into Suno Christmas, snow, and snowman, and that's what it came up with. That was the first one, and this is the second version. They always give you 2 versions. Let's see which one we like better. So yeah, I'm gonna get some music going. I think I like 1 for over the second one. I don't know. I like them both, I think. No, I like the first one better. They're both very good. One. I'm glad to put this up. It's a really good song. It's okay. I can play it again. Play it one more time. Just for you. Hear those sleigh bells ring. Whispers of the joy they bring. Feel so proud in funny night, all in the crowd. Oh, fun. I think they're both really good, actually. See, I don't know if you all can tell how much more I don't know if it looks. I feel like I crochet faster. The music's going. Maybe it's just me. So that was two, and this was the first one. See which one I like better. There's Suno Live coming out. Yeah, I do. I do. I didn't do it last time because when she was doing it, I was trying to get ready to go out of town. And I just said to her, no, we were going to celebrate Thanksgiving with my mama. So you don't have to celebrate Thanksgiving. I'll be fine. I'm like, no, that's what happened. So I said to her, I've got Thanksgiving dinner planned for mom. Yeah, for us to celebrate. And that's why I didn't. But I usually do. I think I like this one better. Have to come up with something. And I'm going to get Poetic Tears and Echo and I together because she's gonna show us some things we can be doing with AI. I think you can use AI, you just need to be responsible with how you're doing it. That's what I do. I tell Chat GPT with all our devotional Bible verses, except for the Advent ones, because I'm trying to use the same song that they're using in the book as the musical bonus. But I usually take the Bible verse, put it into Chat GPT, make me a poem, and then I tell Chat GPT to make me a song, and then I plug it into Suno. So all our Bible verses since like the end of September, or the beginning of September, have all been Suno songs that we've created. And I actually will be putting out, I can't remember whether it's, I think it's no end of October. I need to put out that video where I put all the songs together so you guys can have like a video thing of all of the songs we've created for the Bible verses so you guys can just listen to them and let it play in the back. I think I like number one. Anybody want me to plug in some words into Suno and see what we get while we're doing this? So I'm going to put that one. I like number one. I personally like number one better. Frosty Dreams. That's the winner. That's the winner. I like both of them, but I like the. If anybody has any words, I'll put them in and we'll see what we get. I'm trying to finish this blanket. You know what I thought I would do? Like, let's test it out. Let's use silver bells. I was thinking of kind of taking